Hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to give, I know I'm not supposed to, but I am going to give people a little bit to pop on and see who comes and joins me. I know that doing a training in the afternoon is not going to be the best, but I wanted to do it when my kids weren't home because that's the best. Hey, Becca. Oh, hi, Kristen. Thank you guys for popping on. Yay, go team. Are you guys working today? Or are you at home? Are you on lunch yet? I'm just so excited to be by myself. Hey, Jen. I'm excited to be by myself. This is the first time I've actually gotten to be myself because my husband, Jared, works from home a lot. Hey, Victoria. Aloha. Yeah, she's in Hawaii having fun while I'm here. This is pretty much the same thing because there's no kids. So, I think, because I was 5 minutes late, but I'm just going to give it like a minute and then I'll get started. So, I should have turned on music. That would have been good, but now I can't. But we are going to be going over the Oily to Acne line, and this is something very near and dear to my heart. My team has heard me talk about this before, but the reason that I got into doing others' makeup, or at least like really getting into doing my own makeup, was because from a very young age, and I mean, I think my 2nd grade picture, which, Mom, she's not on here, so I can say this, but like, how did you let your child go out with a huge white head right here? Like my 2nd grade like school picture has a huge white head. It's embarrassing. And it was like when they had laser beams behind you. It wasn't glitter to distract. It was, I mean, it's like lasers going, wow, look at that. So I think that's, I was 8 when I started having acne, and it was just like awful. It was awful. And my sister she still is 5 years older than me, and she teased me relentlessly about it. And like at school, people would ask me why I had acne. Like even from a young age, they weren't mean, but it was like, hey, why do you have zits when nobody else does? And so I was really self-conscious about it. And I started, trying everything. Like in the very beginning, it was like Clearasil or OxyClean. Like that was a big thing. And I went to doctors and got prescriptions for acne medication. So topical prescriptions, I tried a couple different ones, and all they ever did was really, really inflame my face and super dried them out. I had severe reactions to them to the point where it was painful to my face, so I couldn't use them. So this is like your Retin A, why can't I think of the T one? There's one that's tretinoin, and different things like that. Then there's steps where you can take, it's like an over amount of vitamin A, and vitamin A kind of really pushes it out. It's a prescription level vitamin A, and it's kind of harsh on your system, but that is something, like that's the next step they do. And then there's Accutane, which is a really strong chemical drug. You like have to be on birth control to be able to take it because it causes severe birth defects. It can cause problems with your organs. Like it's very, very harsh, and that is for like the most extreme cases. And back then there wasn't a lot of studying done on that, so my mom wasn't wanting to put me on that, or I think even the doctors wouldn't even offer it then. Know that acne can be genetic. It is not because people are dirty. Some people are more like it's a predisposition genetically for them to have acne. But there's a lot of different causes for it, right? And understanding the causes of acne will help us better to promote the product of our Oily to Acne line. So basically you have these hair follicles and overproductive glands that I just shorten it to seba, but it's like sebaceous or something like that. But the seba glands, and they're kind of like fighting with each other. And so if it's a closed pore, it's underneath and it's kind of building up, and that's where we see like the whiteheads or the red bumps, and that's just like the precursor to getting whiteheads. Or sometimes like I do now, and I know people don't believe me, but like I said, hi Wendy, I got really good at doing makeup at a very young age because I wanted to hide my face. That was the whole point. That was where my like drive to do makeup well came from, because when I first started wearing it, I just covered up my face and then I was all pale. Sorry, watch, I'm gonna go off on a tangent right here, but that's why I wore makeup, and starting to, like, I didn't have somebody teaching me how to do it. My sister is a natural beauty, probably had like 2 pimples in her whole life. So annoying. But even now, like it's a lot smoother since I started using this, but I still have like red bumps here. I always have breakout hair because I'm super sensitive to any hair products that touch, like hairspray or anything. And so I'm vain enough to still use hairspray like on Sunday, and then just where my hair touches my jawline and get that. Hormonal stress causes acne, and then you're like overproducting glands and irritated hair follicles. So when it opens up, when you have like large pores, that's where you tend to see the blackheads. And it's not dirt in there. What it is, it's like, what is that called? Melanin. I think it's the pigmentation that your skin goes through. That gives you like your skin tone, that kind of like builds up inside that open pore, along with the sebum, the oil buildup, and the irritation of the hair follicle, and that's how you get a blackhead. I don't know why I keep pointing to here, because this is the one that's been bothering me. I don't even have one right there now. So that's basically like an underlying like why. So it's very common now to see people struggling with acne into their adulthood. So it's not just a teenage thing. In the teenage years, it's definitely brought on by their influx of hormones, and then your body's like kind of going out of whack, right? And so as an adult, our hormones still go through different things. Pregnancy can cause acne, or not being, like sometimes people's face clear up when they're pregnant, and then they're always acne prone when they're not. Like I said, stress, time of the month. That for me, oh my gosh, no. Like that's how I know my period is coming, because I get breakouts and I'm like, oh, good, the red menace is here. So, hi Brooke. And so that is something that is good to understand, and also to communicate with your clients, because they're going to feel, or customers, whatever you want to call them, it can cause a lot of depression. Even into adulthood, it causes a lot of insecurity, especially when people don't know how to hide it, or they're using wrong products that actually make it worse. There's a lot of cosmetics that make it worse because they are comedogenic versus non-comedogenic. All of our products are non-comedogenic, which means basically it's not going to clog the pores. Non-comedogenic means it's not going to clog your pores. And so, or they're using products that really irritate it. For me, everything was super drying. The one thing that somewhat like settled down my face was when we went to Proactive. And so I did Proactive, I think I started using it like at 13 or 14, and used it into pretty much my adulthood, on and off through my adulthood. And then when Rodan and Fields came out, not that I'm promoting anything, trust me, because I will tell you my experience with it. I thought, oh, well, something even better, or made for adults. And so I was willing to try that and also help out another triplet mama I knew. And it was very irritating to my skin, even like working my way up with it, but I felt like I was kind of just stuck. I felt like for the money I was spending, it was actually not working, and I tried it out for 6 months, and I'll go into that. So this is kind of like a little bit of a long intro, sorry, before I tell you about the line, but I want you to understand why it happens, so then you can help people, and why ours works really, really well. So using those products, and all the medications, all of them tend to be super, super drying. And there's a reason why. They use, they have this really good acne fighter in their product, but so this is the driver, right? This is the thing that helps acne. And then this is like the car, the mobility that it gets it there. And so what's different in our products versus other products out there is that the car is too big to help penetrate through the pores. And we found a way to make that car just as small as the delivery system, the driver, so that it can get into the pores. Does that make sense? I thought I was really good at explaining this as a simile. It made sense in my head until I just said it out loud. Now I just think I sound, anyway. So what it's going to do is going to be able to penetrate in there, and not only is it going to work the way it's supposed to, because it can now get to where it wants to go, the second benefit is that the reason it can get there, and our car is so good that it actually makes the driver faster, work better. It's like, I think it's 20, I have the information right here and I'll look it up in a minute, but I think it's 21% better than it has before. Like, it makes it so much, it makes it work so much better, and deliver like a more impactful punch. Okay, so does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Give me thumbs up if that makes sense, and if you're not being totally bored by me yet. So one of the things I just want to start out with, like, the next one or two, not start out with, I've already started, but over the next week or two while we do these product knowledge videos, really take advantage of learning this. This is something that really helped me in my business, but and listen to what other people say about them. But I promise you, you want to make sure that you have, thanks for the thumbs up, you want to make sure that you have the correct info. Sometimes they have their own, like Courtney-isms of what I think about the product. So my name's Courtney, if you didn't get that. But they might have their own isms about what they think about the product and not necessarily like the knowledge. So I want to say everybody should print this out, the product knowledge guide. We have a product knowledge guide. Jen, if she's still on here, she has kind of like reiterated over and over how important this is to have for our team. And so I printed it out. You can download it on the back office. And then I went to printme1.com. So, like, if you have a great printer and you want to print out, I think it's 275 pages or something like that, 230 pages. If you want to print that out at home, more power to you, or you can do a black and white. I wanted it bound so that it was easy for me and like took care of it. But this is totally so helpful if you're at vendor shows or anything. You can look up any of the products. And I think it's a great way to start out your business learning about each individual product. You can go in there and look up something, or just do the fun random flip. That's what I do. I just open it up and say, oh, I'm going to learn about skin conditions or whatever it is. But product knowledge guide, it tells you what the product is, what's in it, why it works better, and all the ingredients. So if somebody's allergic to something, it's really good to know. So get yourself the product knowledge guide. It actually explains why acne is a problem and different types of acne in the very beginning, because it talks about different skin and then what we can do to treat it. So I wanted to talk about 3-in-1 cleanser. There we go. So the first product in the acne line is our 3-in-1 cleanser. So it is a cleanser, toner, what's the other thing it is? It's a cleanser, toner, and I forget. Well, I'm not gonna waste time on that. 3-in-1 cleanser, and it comes out as a foam. So I'm gonna just show you what it looks like here. Squirt it out, and it just comes out as a foam. You are going to wash your makeup off before you use this. This is a morning and night thing, okay? So you're going to, awesome, keep going. Okay, good. Thanks, Wendy. So you're going to, after you remove your makeup, so what we do, just a little FYI, if you just take your, if you think your 3-in-1 cleanser that you have is also your makeup remover, please stop doing that, because what you're doing is rubbing your makeup around. You're not getting it off first before, so that kind of just rubs all the free radicals that your face has been hit with today. Like, even though our skin protects, and you're rubbing all that, so like your mascara is going into your pores, and it's just not really cleaning out the skin, not taking care of it the best way you can. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to remove your makeup, and then you can clean your face. Now, one thing that you can do, and we have someone else talking about the facial resurfacer versus polishing exfoliator, but because this is part of my routine, I wanted to share it with you because I think it's awesome. You're gonna go with your 3-in-1 cleanser, and you can use, I want you to know how cool it is to mix our products, but you can take either the polishing exfoliator or the facial resurfacer. I would say don't do this more than 2 to 3 times a week. And I'll go over that in a minute. But you're going to take that, mix them together, because you get a little bit of a friction. So with your 3-in-1 cleanser, and sometimes throw in one of those polishing exfoliator or a facial resurfacer, and you get a little bit more grit. That'll really help with those blackheads, just to loosen them up and clean out the face. The foam is really great because it penetrates through the skin. I even I wash my face and I rub in small circles, and then I kind of let it sit there. I don't know, like less than a minute, I guess. I just let it sit there for a minute, and then I wash it with warm water. Always wash your face with warm water. The key ingredient in our 3-in-1 cleanser is salicylic acid. That's pretty much the key ingredient in most acne treatment medications. It's a topical treatment that goes through, and it helps prevent and clear up pimples, which is awesome. Our 3-in-1 cleanser also has the Cineplex complex in it, which is that kinetic enzyme that helps the renewal of skin cells, like the super fast. That's like our awesome product that's in everything. And then it has, I don't even know how to say it, but it's like, I put it in front of me so I could try to say it right. It's dicyl glucoside. So it's a surfactant. What it is just like a cleanser, and it's actually a cleanser that's used in a lot of natural products because it's super gentle, biodegradable, not harmful to your skin, and it doesn't irritate. What I've noticed about some other different product lines that I've used, or the medical grade stuff that I've used, it is really irritating to your skin. So then you'll notice, like, after you wash your face, the salicylic acid will be so strong. And the difference in our 3-in-1 cleanser, it's not full of the things that also irritate. We have products in it. Some of the ingredients are there to actually calm the skin. It's a neutralizer versus like the harsh neutralizers. We have soft neutralizers, so it doesn't irritate the skin. So when you wash your face, it's gonna, after you cleanse it off, it's not gonna be bright red. Has anybody ever had that? Am I the only one with like the worst acne in the world? Because usually after I wash my face, it turns bright red. And then there's L-arginine, which is an amino acid, and it's just an antioxidant, and it helps with wound healing, which is really nice. It kind of calms down the skin. If there's anything that if you've been naughty and you've been popping your little red friends, then you know, it helps to kind of calm those down and take away a little bit of the irritation. So you're going to use this morning and night. One thing before I go further is I want to tell you, when promoting, if somebody has extremely oily, I should have started off with this, but if somebody has extremely oily, acne-prone skin, you do not want them to introduce the whole product line to their face at once. It'll overload the skin. There's too much going on. Every time you move, when you add a product to your skin goes through a purging or reacting phase, because it's like, hey, what's going on? I'm not used to this. And especially because a lot of other products have helped really produce a lot of oil, they'll be like, this isn't helping me not be oily. And it feels so moisturizing that people are like, oh no, I need it to dry me out, because that's what they're used to. But actually, the more we dry out our skin, the more oil we produce, and it's kind of like a vicious cycle. We're creating more of a problem. For me, I am super oily, so if you ever have any questions, maybe that would be a totally different video, but I want to talk about how to handle your super oily clients and acne prone clients. You don't want them to overload their skin. So starting with the acne line and spot on treatment is fine, but then don't also encourage them to try like every aspect of the skincare right away. Say after their skin gets used to that, then you introduce another product, then you introduce another product. Just make sure that that they're doing it slowly so they don't overload their skin and think that everything is causing them to break out, because your skin has to get used to that. And especially even the Cineplex complex, your face has to get used to the Cineplex complex. When it's not used to, when we're used to drying things out and starving it, and this is now going into the muscles and hydrating and bringing forth new cells, it can freak your skin out, but it's worth it. So wash your face morning and night after you've removed your makeup. So that's the 3-in-1 cleanser. And remember, you can always mix it with this polishing exfoliator or the facial resurfacer, okay? I highly recommend doing that. That is like my new favorite thing, and I want to do it every single day, but you don't want to be super harsh on your skin. So you could probably alternate with the facial resurfacer and polish. Anyway, Julie, you got that. So just tell them they can mix it with everything, and it's amazing. And then the next two parts of our line are the daytime and evening moisturizer. So when you talk to somebody with acne, they are going to tell you, there's no freaking way I'm putting a moisturizer on my skin, because I'm already so oily, I don't want to moisturize anymore. I promise you that's what they'll say. That is what I say. I figured, and with all the other products I use, the drier my skin, the better it would be. But what it actually does is cause a lot of wrinkles. It creates like this dry surface, and you start to look older, and then it looks crusty, and nobody wants to look crusty or old. So You gotta learn the science behind why our products are good and why moisture is good. You want to be able to tell them that, like, just stick with it. And it's probably going to take them at least 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks of using the product consistently and not using other stuff to cover it up in order to see results, because their skin's going to purge first. So just let them know that in the beginning. That is going to help you so much, just being upfront and knowing your stuff. That is not, here we go. All right, so just so I can tell you the names of the ingredients, because I don't want to say them wrong. So the daytime moisturizer is super awesome. It also has salicylic acid in it. And like I said, it's there to cleanse and take down any of those pimple, like prevention and like diminishing. It's there to kind of tone it down, get rid of the redness. It's also used, salicylic acid is also used to treat like a lot of other skin conditions like psoriasis, things that build up a lot of skin layers one on top of the other. It helps that as well. It's a really common, well-known product, but some people can be allergic to salicylic acid. That's why you got to know that it's in there and let them know that our products have that in, just in case, because sometimes people can be allergic and you want to be able to know. So our day and night moisturizer also have the Seneplex complex in it. The daytime has ginger root extract, and I'm not going to go through every item, but the ginger is really good at preventing the irritation that you can get. So you will notice like how calm, that's like my favorite thing, is that my skin, one, is not flaking off, and two, is really, really calm. Like my smooth, for the first time, I feel like, who is that? Anna in Frozen, for the first time in forever. Yeah, I'm not a good singer, sorry, you just witnessed that. But I love how soft, like my skin feels soft. I love touching my face, where before I'm like, don't touch my face because you're gonna make me break out. You know, like that was my thing, and it just, ugh, I didn't like it. I still pretty much don't like people touching my face. But so you want the ginger root extract. I'm gonna there's a special I'm gonna say it wrong, hydromanal complex. I think that's the right thing. Basically what it is a seed from this tree in Peru, and they were able to extract all the moisture out of it and like make it like extremely moisturizing for the skin, but it also helps calm down stuff. It has coffee seed oil, it has a couple trisepeptides in it, yeah, tetrapeptides, thank you. Those are just fatty acids, which are really good for your face. That's like the collagen production stuff. And then willow herb. If you've ever, I don't know, if I'm a huge reader, so if you've read anything where people like to survive outside, like long time ago, like ancient cures or whatever. Anyway, I'm ADD, side note. Willow bark is in our daytime and evening moisturizer, which is super calming. It's used for like basically before medicine, willow bark was like a treatment for everything, and it is good to calm down your skin. And then there's a whole bunch of other stuff, basically things that hydrate your skin, shea butter, vitamin C, which kind of stabilizes your skin and helps cellular renewal, and then vitamin E, which is really good. That's like the youthful vitamin. It's really good for you to take on. So you're going to just use your daytime in the morning, and a little note, well, I'll say that before in a minute. But you're going to put that on before you do your cosmetics. Your daytime moisturizer is basically your last step when you're doing your morning routine before you put on your cosmetics. And the same goes for our evening moisturizer. You're just going to use it at night, and it has all of these products. Super cool is also anti-wrinkle treatment, and it's moisturizing. That is unheard of. That's why our products are so different. It's very, very hard to have products that actually affect acne and without just drying it out, without just sticking a blow dryer on it. And if you're a hairdresser, you know, like you put blow dryer on your hair long enough, it's going to break your hair off. Too much heat, right? Same thing. It's going to flake, and your skin is going to get wrinkly. It's going to dry out like a desert. And so our products moisturize, soften the skin. I love that, like, even the little acne I have, it's not huge, those huge cystic bumps anymore. I did go through purging with this product, and I almost gave up, I promise you, because I think it took me about 7 weeks. But now I love it, and I don't put anything else on my face. Like, I'm full SeneGence besides my strip lashes because I like some drama. And then the last product is our Spot On treatment. So our Spot On treatment, this is benzoyl peroxide. I think that's how you say it. I'm pretty sure, yes. Benzoyl peroxide, which is in, so this is the product that I told you like is in everything, the benzoyl peroxide. That's like every topical treatment on the market, whether it's over the counter or prescribed, has different levels of benzoyl peroxide in it. The difference is that we have a different mode of transportation. We have a different car for it to come and penetrate into our pores and get down and really create a difference. And so that's kind of what I talked about in the beginning, is with the spot on treatment. So you're gonna put it on. If you have a really annoying red menace on your face, I would say put that on. This is before you do your moisturizer. You're gonna put on spot on treatment, and I recommend that you let it dry all the way and then go ahead and put on your moisturizer. You put this on your face before you do anything else, in my opinion. So after you do 3-in-1 cleanser, you're gonna put on your spot on, let it dry, and then do your other skincare regimen. But if you're recommending for an oily to acne prone person, this is all they need to start with, okay? And this is a huge moneymaker. If you can get somebody into skincare, you're set. And I promise you, if you can get somebody to commit to trying this out, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. And then they'll probably wanna sign up because they'll get it at a discount because it's expensive. So spot on treatment, you're gonna put it on, and you could do that a couple times throughout the day. If you have something that's really bugging you, it'll seriously take it down. This stuff is legit, okay? It's benzoyl peroxide. Other key ingredient is Octipurox. It's an antibacterial and antifungal, which is really good because that's kind of what happens. It's irritating, especially if we're like picking at it and then letting stuff come back in. Alanine is an anti-irritant that's in it. It has vitamin B, aloe vera, and they have a cooling agent so it doesn't burn when you put it on. Hey, niche. And again, just put this on. I already told you how to use it. So that is your Oily to Acne line. I feel like I was going to tell you something else about it, but just remember, you want to start them just on these products, and they're going to be so happy that they did. It is so different than anything else out there. I love it. It's really changed my face, and I love that I always tell people, I put like excessive pearlizer on today just to show you, because I tell people I don't need pearlizer. I make my own because I'm always like, I'm oily. I produce a lot of oil, and this is like the first time in my life I can actually use a pearlizer, and it stays in its intended purpose. And I'm not creating my own pearlizer with my oil glands, so that's really gross. Sorry to gross you out right before I leave, but yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being with me. Please dedicate yourself to your business and watch everyone else and their product knowledge. These are going to explode your business. LipSense is an amazing product. It is a wow, right? But our products are, all of our skincare line and cosmetics are really the best products we have to offer. Those are going to be your money makers. Those are the longevity products that you're going to get, because once somebody has all their colors, what are they going to come back for? You really need to introduce these into your sales and as early as possible, and the best way to do that is being a product of the product. And yeah, so wear the stuff, use it, introduce slowly, one at a time, give it time, but you can introduce the whole acne line at the same time. And then my last thing is, I gotta show you my shirt. So I'm wearing Kiss for a Cause today with pink glitter, because people ask later. So I'm telling you that. On my eyes, I'm wearing Pink Frost and Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. Keeping it real. But I gotta show you my shirt that one of the girls on our team, Kristen Frizzell, designed. And it's amazing. I gotta show it to you. Oh, hold on. I gotta scoot back and watch. My curtain's gonna fall down. You're gonna see my messy room. Okay, so she designed this shirt, Kiss for a Cause. And we know that there's someone that we love so much on our team. We're all Team Glia. Our captain, my captain on our team, she has done so much to help our team, and I just wanted to have a shirt that would be supporting her. And I think on the back we're going to put, this one's not a finished product, we're going to put For Glia on the back, or Team Glia. But we love you, and let us know. Kristen's going to post a link if you want to get your own Kiss for a Cause shirt and see, like, check it out. Isn't it cute? And you know what? Of course, it's glittery, because, you know, it has to be. You guys like? Wow. I'm just showing up close of my boobs. Sorry about that. Oh, it's all fake. It's a big padded sports bra. Okay, anyway. All right, guys. I hope you enjoy this. And I hope this was helpful to you. Learn about the products, get the product knowledge guide, dedicate yourself to the business, and learn from these amazing women, and have a great, fabulous day. Go back to work.